Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good. I just have a video on here about me putting together a little tiny notebook to slip into the back of my Hobonichi Weeks. I saw a bunch of these online on Amazon, and I thought, well, I have some planner stash. Let me go ahead and be reusing and repurposing some things. So right here I have some paper stock that I got from Michael's a while back. And so I thought I'd just choose a page to use for the cover of the little notebook that I'm going to add in the back. The ones I saw on Amazon, I think they've got about 10 pages each. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Anyway, the ones on Amazon I saw have about 10 pages, and it's a slim little notebook that goes in the back. I think everyone's probably seen them, so I thought I'd just go ahead and put one together. So I made this video. Right now I'm just making the cover, and I'm doing a rough measure to cut from. So just so you know, in this video I'm going to be going through the process kind of slow. I was gonna speed it up, but then I thought, no, I'll just leave it just in case you want to grab your stuff and put one together for yourself at the same time. That would be okay. So I thought I'd do it kind of slow, so you can do it with me if you want to. The other thing I want to mention, though, is I wasn't very particular and specific when I was putting this together. So some of you out there are probably very clever and very good about measuring things, and I'm not. I eyeball things and roughly do it. So you're going to see me making adjustments here and there, but no worries. It still can be done, and it doesn't really take too long either. This video doesn't take very long, even though I didn't do it all fancy like. I'm just cutting the cover still. I don't know if everybody's thinking about this or thinking about it a little bit, but I'm trying to think about how I can reuse and repurpose things that I already have. And I spent quite a bit of funds this year on planner and stationery things, and I've enjoyed everything and will continue to do so. But going forward, I wanted to make sure that I make good use of things that I already have. That and the little notebooks that I saw from Hobonichi, they're nice, but I wanted a kind of a cuter cover, even though it's only going in the back of my Hobonichi Weeks to give me a few extra pages now and again. So, yeah, I'm just kind of checking the size, and as you can see, it's a little bit longer than I think I want it to be, so probably gonna have to make another cut. That's what I get for not measuring, but it's not 100% necessary to bother measuring and everything. You can still make a nice little thing. That looks better. Yep, I think we're gonna go with that. Okay, fold it in half, set that aside, and then let's get the inside pages. Now, this was a notebook that I put together from a couple of notebooks that I had gotten, blank ones from Erin Condren, and I think I got them. Well, I'm going to guess these notebooks have been sitting around for the better part of a year, and I haven't used them because I keep using my Hobonichis now in the smaller, the A6 size, and I've been enjoying those. So I thought I would use some of the paper from this Erin Condren notebook to make my little slim notebooks for the back of my Hobonichi Weeks. And I don't know, I'm sure a lot of you have enjoyed Erin Condren planners as well, or maybe you do along with your Hobonichis, but the paper quality for Erin Condren is really nice, I think. It's nice and thick, and sometimes I like a nice thick paper. I do enjoy, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Hobonichi's Tomoe River paper, but I also enjoy a thick paper sometimes too. So I was happy to look through my things and see that I had this paper to make the little booklets out of. And you can probably tell it was Erin Condren because I think the logo's in the right-hand lower corner. And now I'm just kind of deciding, do I want the logo on the pages that I make or not? And no, I'm not going to have the logo on there. I'll just give a smidgen more writing space. And so if you can see, these classic size pages, if you use these, you're only going to have to make one cut to make the booklet. So it makes it even easier to put this little booklet together. So here I go again, making kind of a rough mark there to figure out where I'm going to cut from. I think I used about 5 or 6 pages too. So it gives, you have front and back pages in the booklet when it's together. And folded in half is what I mean. Let's cut the rest of the pages now. Also, if you want to watch this again while you're putting it together, you don't have to hear me yammering on like this. You can always just go ahead and cut the sound and watch, and we can still make the booklet together. Okay, so I have my pages for the inside of the notebook. Just double checking it with the outside. Now the outside, the piece that you use for the cover for the notebook, you want the paper inside to be just a smidgen smaller, so that when you fold it in half and you turn the pages, it doesn't go over the edges. So that's what I was just checking before I started folding the inside pages. I just like to use the back of some scissors to smooth it out because it's the easiest way, I think. But you can use whatever you want. I don't really have special tools for a lot of things. I just kind of use whatever's around on my desk. And I did this, I kind of like to bend them both ways too, so that when I put the book together, I'll probably smooth it out again, but then you can turn the pages easily. And I know this seems like a lot of bother just to make a little booklet when you can just buy a few quickly on Amazon, but if you already have the stuff at home, this video is I think it's less than 20 minutes, so it really wouldn't take that long. And if you're just like watching a video or watching a movie on your iPad or whatever you're doing, you can do that at the same time. It doesn't cost you any extra than you already spent. So now I am taking a look at the size here and kind of putting it together so that I can get the staples in. So what I did was I used another notebook that I wasn't using, that I wasn't worried about putting little holes in. I open up my stapler and I try to place the staple. I want it to be exactly on that seam right there. So trying to get it exactly the way I want it. And then you try to put the staple to come down in the middle of, right where that seam is. And I had a bit of a struggle here. I had to take one out. Didn't go through straight. But when you staple it, you're going to feel it like dig into the notebook beneath it a smidgen, and then you could just pull it up and push the staples through and then bend down the ends. One of these didn't work out. That's okay, I can do that one again. I'll just bend down the one that worked well and bend that down with the tool so my fingers aren't getting all snagged up and stuff. And then we can do the other staple again. And of course you can fast forward all this drama if you want to. I'm just trying to get it right. Anyway, so the staple kind of lives on the seam. Flipping it over and getting the second one in. I suppose if I did this all the time, I'd be faster and all that good stuff, and I wouldn't be making mistakes. But I'm not going to re-record it because we're just having a good time. Okay, so that's that. I'm just smoothing it out again. And in a minute, I'm going to be trying it out in my planner, kind of looking at different places I can put it along with the cover as well. I just kind of smoothed down each page just because I wanted to check the pages and I wanted to get them ready to be able to use easily. So it gives you quite a few pages, even though it's small, thin notebook. And sometimes, when you're somewhere or you run out of pages in your weeks. I ran out of pages in my weeks this year pretty early on. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened exactly. So it helps to be able to add some pages in. Or if you're just doing a little tiny project short term and you want to just add a little notebook for that project and take it along with your Hobonichi Weeks all the time because it's such a good compact size, this is a handy thing to do. So we're ready to try it in the planner. So this is the cover, I think, from that last year of Hobonichi's zip cover. And my planner, slip that in there. And let's see how the notebook fits. So here we go. You can put it in the front pocket. Does it fit? Yeah, it does. Kind of snug though. You can put it in the next pocket. I'm doing this just in case anybody else has one of these too. It fits in there too. I guess I could put it in the front also if I wanted to. If I was doing something quick access, kind of bulges a little bit in the front, which is fine too. I mean, it's just extra. And then in the back, of course, it's going to fit. Yeah, fits good. Let's see if we can zip it up. Yep, zips up good. You can do that. I just slipped it in at that point, but let's see if you can. Let's see if you slip the back cover in, it kind of feels more like an addition to your book. That's the best way for me, I think. It's not too thick. Yeah, I used a bunch of pages there, so my weeks is a bit thicker than it was when I bought it. But I like that. I think that works good. Let's try something else. Does it close? Yeah, it closes easily. Okay. Let's take this out and let's try something else. So now I'm going to try it in just the clear cover for the weeks and see how that works. So here I've got clear cover. Let me just put the weeks back in and see how it fits with the notebook. Oh, the struggle is real. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. This video's almost over, I promise. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. Slide the other end in. Okay, so the book's in there. Hooray. Let's get the notebook, see how that goes. Okay, so of course it can go in the front. It's nice. It works okay. You could put a band around it or something to keep that in. You could slide it in the front here, in the front part of the cover also. Oh, that would work really well. So that would be nice too. And closes up good still too. I put a little Velcro on that page holder thing to kind of give it a closure. So you can put it in the front, and that works real nice. I don't know if you're going to use it as a scratch pad or project notebook, but of course then obviously you can always fit it in the back also. I think I'm probably going to fit mine in the back since I think I'm going to do it that way. Let me find my pen. I always end up putting my pen just through the clip part. So that works. Oh, the struggle. And how does that look with it closed? And it closes with the pen and the notebook. That's great. So anyway, that's what I did, adding a little notebook. So if you have some stash that you want to use, that's how I did it, and it's pretty simple, and you can make as many as you need. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.